I would like to ask you guys not to go and toy for your lecturers and tell them that other lecturers are recording. It's a personal choice. Né? It's not mandatory. We're not supposed to record for you guys. Me, I know what I'm doing. After COVID, all my lab sessions were recorded. Like during COVID, from COVID until, and even now when I'm gone, like the cult is still there. The sessions that we host in the labs are all recorded. I'm trying to become McG. Okay. On the slides, and I'll try to push them a little bit far because those slides are a lot, guys. Monday I saw flames. Weekend I was preparing a study guide and I didn't have a chance to really look at it. When you are in, and you are exposed to due dates like everybody else, it puts you under pressure, like, because you like, yo, I'm not sure about this, I'm not sure about that. Most of the time I find myself not sure about a lot of things. Okay, I'm sure we were already at the calculation stage, particularly the moving average. That one I still remember. So we already, so moving average, I like this formula. I want us to start with it. It says the sum of moving average, the sum of demand in previous n periods. Yeah? So the n is very critical here. So now the n is the one that helps you to your 3 months here. That's what you need to be aware of. So I can change this to 4 to 5 and so on. You have to make sure that everything is visible, guys. I'm not enjoying my time working with the presentation mode. I faced a lot of challenges yesterday. I prefer not to. When I say presentation mode, I'm referring to this. Whenever I do this, I tend to struggle. Whenever I have to take it out, it tends to not to respond according to what I want. But so now this is an example. In future, I'll put the story on. Obviously, right now I'm practicing for the first time. Certain things are it requires me to go to the slides and the textbook and where I write. So it's a lot of processing that I need to do, and I'm still learning the concept. So it gives me an issue. So for now, we'll just go without the storyline. The storylines are important, but what I'm sure about is that next week when we do our online session, obviously we'll do the storylines. And then the calculations, I noticed that there are many. Yeah? There are many. I know here the scope issue is a very tricky situation. I won't say it's a scope, but what I'm trying to say is that whatever we will cover next week, I take it as important for the upcoming test. So today, the certain things, I'll cover everything because of I've covered them yesterday. Otherwise, I was gonna already start to select stuff that I don't want. But I'll do it next week when we do the calculations. So you'll take whatever that I'll be doing next week as more of things that have potential. Remember, we have a test, we have a second opportunity, and we have exam. Understand? So I can't necessarily repeat stuff as they are. And we have the backup paper. You know that. Okay? Everywhere you go, there's a backup paper. Even in matric, they still have a backup paper. That one is a paper that you must pray that I don't need to resort to. It's a paper that we resort to. So everything that is crazy will be there, basically. So you'll determine which ones are crazy. So now moving average of 3 months. So we'll start here at how can I say it? At April, in fact. Yeah, at April. So this is too thick for me. And also I want to confirm between red and black, you'll choose which one is much visible for you. And we'll stick to one color so that we don't disadvantage anyone who's a little bit colorblind. Okay, I want to stick to the line. Okay, so we're saying 10 plus 12 plus 13, né? Divide by the number, which is 3, né? How many they are. So we're doing average. Remember the word average. So it's 3. The 3-month average, meaning that we start writing from the 4th one. The 3 months we don't consider it. So divide by 3. What do we have there? How much do we have? 1, 1, 1, which is 11.67. Okay. Then for argument's sake, I will always encourage you to erase it, but pencil, not with a pen. So that remember, if you use a pen and you want to do what is it, verification, whenever you're done writing exam, test, whatever, you do verification. You want to make sure that questions add up and stuff like that. You didn't do mistakes. So I prefer you use a pencil instead of a pen. So now we remove the thing. So we're gonna start by 12, okay, plus the 13 plus 16 over 3, which is equals to 13.67. Then 13 plus 16 plus 19 over 3. The solid number, né? What is it? 16? Okay. Then now on the last one, it's going to be 16 plus 19 plus 23 over 3 to 19,33. Okay, so now I'd like to go back to the slides. Okay, so this one is done. And then, okay, so I need to explain this. It's not professional to do your slides like this, but I experienced horrible problems. Computer had to shut down, stuff like that. No, I'm not going to repeat that again. As long as you understand why we are doing it together as one, yeah. So what is happening here? These are the actual sales, yeah? And then these are the forecasted sales. So this shows that there's no accuracy in forecasting. Although forecasting is very important because it will help you to understand the patterns of what can you expect. Understand? So it looks like the actual sales are actually higher than the forecasted sales. After all, these are sales. The more sales you make, the more the money. Né? But you understand that at the same time, this is where teaching production 1 and 2 tend to conflict itself because of certain things I think that I told you guys, frankly, I told the ops team, understand? Because they're doing ops 2, you guys are doing production 1. So like it's more like they're doing production 2, but so there are certain things that I say about what you call sales and profit, né? Or cost. So what is happening is that you shouldn't chase more sales. Okay? You need to chase reducing cost, because if I were to sell maybe let's say 100 items, then you fight to sell 150 items. in a way of trying to make profit, you would realize that your cost also goes up. In an example of a quarter, there's a person whom you are paying per quarter, for instance. Maybe you're measuring, okay, quarter get 10 rand, you are making 2 rand per quarter. If we are now making 150 of them, you see the cost is going to be multiplied by 150. But that one, all our 100, the cost is still 100. Then if they try to reduce the cost now, maybe find a way to cut my chips to be a little bit smaller, or the slice panoni to be a little bit smaller, or whatever they see, the way they can improve their process, reduce the time customers wait, because you can serve more customers, then you'll make more money actually at the end with less cost. You understand? It's not about how you are selling at the end of the day. It's about the cost that you are able to reduce. So now, over time, what I've picked up from the slides, which at some point I will try to corroborate it through the actual theories that are real. I pick up that the predictions or the forecasts tend to be the same at month 7. I don't know why yet, but which is something that I'm going to try to pay attention and figure out as time goes on. Right now, I'm still working overtime, trying to understand at least the basic stuff that I need to understand to teach you guys. This one, obviously, if it confuses me, don't expect it in a test. I won't, unless I don't create that test. Understand? Unless I don't create that test. Because how am I going to mark? Imagine me getting a 0 of my own test. Yo. So now, weighted moving average used when trend is present. Yeah? And then older data usually less important. On the other systems, like older data is historical data is important, but when you're using weights, the data is not that important. However, this is what I don't agree with it. It says the weights are based on experience and intuition. Understand? Imagine you get there as a industrial engineer on your first year, they say forecast, and use your own intuition for the first time. Then, like, there's no way those calculations are going to be correct. You understand? So it's more subjective. It's sort of factual. So I have a bit of a problem with that. But it's for educational purposes. Maybe this method, we're just doing it for the vibe. I don't know. So on weighted average, you are having weight for period, yeah, and multiplied by the demand in that period, and then over the weight. Remember, we're doing over n. Now we're doing over the sum of weights. Yeah. So, and then the example would be, oh, I have a mouse. Okay, the example will be this. Let's just go straight on seeing how they calculated it. So now, what is important here? It says 3 is for last month. Let's say remember we are starting here. It says 3 is for the last month. So 13 must be multiplied by 3. So the sequence we followed here slightly changes. You need to pick up that we no longer want to say 10, 12, 13. We're going to say 13, 12, 10. You understand? Because of the sequence that they placed for us here. Then we have weighted average of the weight, I mean, of 3, 2, and 1. The sum of them is 6. I was supposed to cancel this so that we calculate it ourselves. 3 plus 2, 5 plus that, and then 6. Now you can see that is 6. Then we are starting now. 13, last month thinking, what is our last month? 3, okay? So it's going to be multiplied by 3 plus 12 multiplied by 2. Ne? Then plus, this one is 1. Again, it's going to be the same answer. 10 divided by the sum of the weights, which is what? 6. Okay? So before you give me the answer, I want us to complete this. This is a strategy so that it will help you even if I take out this either in a test, in an exam, in a second opportunity, or in a backup paper. But I remember I said the backup paper is a graveyard shift. Guys, I don't want people to go to an exam with the perception that they won't come back when writing the backup paper. No, it's not the case. You will come back alive. Don't stress. Okay, so now I want us to do this. You do the brackets first, plus bracket plus you can just do bracket here over 6. You just do that. This will save you a lot of time. Plus bracket over 6 equals to, I need to go up. Then bracket again, bracket plus bracket plus bracket over 6, equal sign. Then 3 sits here, 2 sits here. Then you fill up the date. You see now, it's a little bit faster. I need to go up. Oh, I don't need to go. I'm fine with it. All right, sure. Visibility is important again, guys. So now we are done with the first one, which is 10. 10 comes out. So we no longer want to have 10 there. You see it? So it still follows a similar concept, but we no longer want to have 10. We're going to start at 12. This is 12 times, and then 13 times 16. Remove 12. We're going to be left with 13 times. I can see that I'm losing network. Apologies. Did I do right this one? Apologies, guys. Apologies. So you need to point at them. So this one, 12 comes here. And then 13 here, né? Then 16. So you must go to the back. Yeah, must go to the back. Then 16, 19 times, and then it's 23. 23. Okay, and then 23. 19, ne? 19. Guys, no man. Wait. Hold on. We don't have 13. Okay, I see something. I'm making a mistake. Apologies for that. Let me change my eraser. It tends to erase a lot of things. Okay, that's 13 here, 16, and 19. Erase it. That's your 16, 19, and 23. Yeah. Even though it's fast, but it's a little bit tricky. So you add them from the back also. So what's the first answer? What is our first answer? 6. Guys, I can't hear a thing. You're making me to refer now. $12, 17. Okay. The second one. $18 times 2 plus 12 by 6. It's 14.33, né? 14. 0.33. We can agree that it's straightforward. We don't need to straightforward again. Okay. Now, okay. I almost went to another. I need to explain why they're doing these things. Okay. Potential problems with moving average is increasing the N smooths the forecast, but makes it less sensitive to changes. It do not forecast trends well. Ne? Moving average doesn't forecast trends well. Require extensive historical data. Okay. And moving average and weighted moving average. So now another pattern, as I said before, that they tend to do the same thing. I still don't have reasons why as yet. At the 7th month, they tend to meet with the actual sales on the 7th month. Okay, and then exponential smoothing, form of weighted moving average, weights decline exponentially, most recent data weighted most, and then requires smoothing constant, which is the value of alpha there, and that is between 0 and 1. And then subjectively chosen, you see subjectivity, which is also a little bit of a problem for me, because I prefer things that can, you need to back it up with data or with quantitative thought. Involves little record keeping of past data. Okay. And new forecast, last period. Okay, this is the FT. This is your new forecast, the current forecast, or new forecast. This is the a previous forecast, meaning 1 month ahead. Yeah. So if I am to change this to 2, which I'm not saying that it's possible, but I'm just trying to say, if this were to be 2, so it would be -2, meaning forecasting on 2 months previously. So now it's 1 month behind previous 1 month. Okay. And then here, AT stands for actual demand. Yeah? AT stands for actual demand. So this one refers to the actual 1 minus actual demand, meaning the last month actual demand. Yeah? So with doing that, you are looking for your current. You are looking for your current demand here. We are looking for our current forecast. I mean. We're looking for our current forecast. And then obviously smoothing constant is it's either 0 but never greater than 1. Never less than 0, never greater than 1. That is what it means. So it's a okay, and this is our question. So let's see if we would, let's do it. Seems like I didn't do it for this one. Yeah, I skipped it. Let's do it here. I'm going to copy and paste the formula so that we can always refer. Don't want you to memorize formulas. I'll always give you. Right, guys? If I make you memorize formulas, you'll struggle. There are too many. So our predicted demand is this one. This is prediction, stands for forecasted demand. And then our actual demand is this one. And then this, you see, so it's a straightforward calculation. What is FT1? FT minus 1? What do I write here, guys? FT is equals to, what's the value? 142 plus 0.2. Then here we have the 153 minus 142 equals to, what's our answer? 144.2. And these are what? Ford Mustang. So meaning these are cars, but you cannot have cars with a point. Therefore, our cars are 144. Are we clear? It's like dates, whenever you want to pick up on dates, whenever you want to pick up on chocolates, you can have the 0.2 chocolate. It's either you have it or you don't have it. So here, okay, this page, I am not comfortable with it. Let's just skip it for now. Okay, forecast error. Forecast error. This formula is going to help you even in future. It's very critical. Forecast error is actually actual demand minus forecasted value. There's always what? A deviation. There's always, and if you are lucky, you would forecast for it. I'm gonna make 300 Rand by Friday. And then what have you achieved when Friday comes? If you achieve 250, then what do we say now? What is our forecast error? We're going to say 300 minus that one. Yes, then you get the thing. So in that case, the forecast error is going to be negative. Let's do it here because actual again is 250. So it's going to be 250 minus 300 and then negative 50 because this is a shortfall. Okay, this is a shortfall. You didn't make it. Understand? You didn't get what you predicted. Okay, then so now you see on the mean absolute deviation, what are we having? On the mean, which is made absolute deviation, we have sum of these errors. You see that sum of the errors, because this one, remember, it was actual minus forecast, which is the error. Okay, sum of the errors over n. How many are they? Okay, how many variables are they? Yeah. So now the mean squared error is the square root of each error. I made a mistake last time. I calculated the errors and then I got their total and made a square root of it, and the answer was incorrect. So you calculated each, you must calculate each error here, square root each error, each individual. You must square root all of them individual. Then you get the total. Then you sum up, you divide it by the n value. Okay. Then the next one is the mean absolute percent error. It tells you the percent error is straightforward. I don't remember with which group I was doing the change. Ne? So whenever you are measuring change, we had calculations that were speaking about change at some point. So there is something here. There is error here. There is AT minus FT. Okay, you see that? Then divide by AT, which is the original figure. So you have this here. You understand? You have this formula here. And now Nakona, it's a sum of it now, the sum of it. Then over n. This is what it means. Multiply by 100. Why? Because it's a percentage. So map is a percentage of the error. You understand? Percentage of the error. So you do this individually also. You do them individually. The map, you calculate them individually, then you sum up the change, the differences. So you do them individually, then you sum them up, then you divide by n, then you multiply by so also this one you do for each. You do for each. You don't do the total errors. Yeah, you just do for each. Okay, then let's see what's next. So now we have this. So we're going to move straight to our calculations. And that's why I'm recording. You see now. In 10 minutes time, we're going to have a 5 minutes break. Because I know, like, yo, guys, but obviously, I needed to teach everything to know what I'm not supposed to teach everything. You get my point? So I had to go and ask, because preparing for this took me like around 8 hours to prepare for it. Then when I taught it, I was like, this is not make sure. Even myself, if I was a student, I wasn't going to pay attention. Then I had to go and inquire to say, guys, if a chapter is too long, what do I do? Then they said you should select the things that are important. So next week when we do calculations, that's why I say whatever that will be focused on, it means these other ones, unless I'm in an ICU. I don't want to say that's your scope, because scopes are binding. You get my point? Because if I'm not here, somebody must set, and they will set based on their mind. You understand? Maybe if they are collegial enough to say, what did Nick cover? You must just say he didn't cover that. I think it's best say, don't call it a scope, just say I didn't cover it. Understand? Today I'm teaching everything, but what I'll focus on next week, it's what I consider as what we covered. I think that is safer enough. You can go and protest to anyone if I have to, if I'm not there to set the test, they will ask someone to set it for me. Then we can easily argue to say, no, I didn't cover that. Nick didn't cover that. We can safely say that. So, but nevertheless, we are here now. So now we want to do the deviation error. We have AT, we have FT, né? And this one, unfortunately, we have to do it in full in order for us to get these values. Otherwise, we won't be able to get the values. So the table looks like this. Your task now, when you continue practicing, you'll have to do for these two. You see the one I highlighted, so you minus the 2, and you start looking for the error or the deviation. So 80 minus 75, it's 5. You see that? 168 minus 176. Arian, give me the answer. It's 8. Somebody explained it very well. I don't know if people can explain it. Why are we ignoring the negative? So for some reason, we're ignoring the negatives. Why are we doing that? Okay. I don't know. Then I don't know. For now, I still don't know. Remember, I'm following. I'm like a student. Then I still don't know. But somebody explained it perfectly yesterday. I just couldn't figure out, or what did he say? Because even this one is a negative, but it's the right is positive. 16. Hurry. Guys, you can work with me. This is recorded. You don't necessarily need to like jot down everything. We can just help me with the calculations, and you'll practice manually by yourselves. You understand? So yeah, because so that we can be fast. When I have to calculate, when you want to write, you lose the engagement with me. So I want you to always be part of this. So 125 minus 173. And then 190 and 173. 205 and 175. 30, ne? All right. And then 180, this is 2, ne? And then this one is 4. 4. Okay. And the total, 5 plus 8 plus 16 plus 2 plus 17 plus 30 plus 2 plus 4. What's your answer? 84. Okay. Then here, 5 squared. Okay. I'll just, for now, 5 squared, how much? 8 squared. 16 squared. Which is 4. 17 squared. 900, this one, ne? 4 here. And 16 here. Konja must do the sum, the total. Okay. Let's do the total. 25 plus 64 plus 256 plus 4 plus 289 plus 900 plus 4 plus 16. What are you getting? 1558, ne? Okay. 1558. Okay. The change in error now, it's going to be, still remember the formula, AT minus FT over 18, eh? But we're not going to do the thing here. We're gonna use it where? Here on this. So now we're just trying to get the sum. Okay, then let's do the first one. 180. 180. Oh, it's more like 5 over 1/8. How much is it? 0.028. Okay. And then 8 divided by 168. Okay, then the next one is going to be 16 over 159. No one is confused why I'm saying 16 over 159. Okay. All right. Make sure you don't get confused. Ask now if you're not following. Okay, keep going. 101. Okay. And then the next one, 2 over 175. 1. All right. And then 17 over 90. 0.89. Okay. And then 30 over 205. 5.6. Wait. Repeat. What's the weight? 146. Okay. 146. Okay. Yeah. Then the next one, 0.011. The next one, which is the last one, 0.22. Okay. Then we need the sum of them. Okay. So you do the sum. Let's just refer to the answer because I can tell you guys are slightly tired. So where's that? And I think they didn't do it, these guys. Did they do it? Yeah. You see, they didn't do it. So it's important that we do it. They didn't do it on these slides. So let's just do it because, but the sum is, 145. I don't think that these things can be 45. No, it's best that we do it. Let's do it. We'll have issues if we don't do it. 028 plus 0.048 plus 0.101 plus 0.0. Wait, I'm lost now. 11 plus 0.089 plus 0.146 plus 0.011 plus 0.022 and it says 2322. Are you getting 0.456? Okay, 0.456. So these values, we're going to use them here. The formulas, I'm going to drag the formulas to the bottom, copy, and I put the formulas just next to us here. Okay, and what's your med? Just the sum of deviations over n. Okay, which is sum of deviations there, or sum of your deviations, which is 84 divided by n. What is your n? These are your n here. These are your n, which is 8. Ne? Then what's your value? 84 divided by 8. 10.5. The MSE, you see, last time I said 84 square, but I was supposed to take this one. 1558 divided by 8. What is our value? Divided by 8. It's 194. Ne? 194.7. Then this one now, your 0.456 divided by 8, okay? Multiplied by 100, okay? Equals to. What do we get? How many percent? 5% of the dot. 5.7%. And these are just calculations for this line here. Yebo. Okay, these ones. Actually, the sum of them, like when you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's your n. N is equals to 8. Not the sum of them, sorry. I said the sum of them is correct. Just to say, like, yeah, you count them one as variables. How many variables, you understand, that you must divide with? Just like, remember when we were adding these ones and divide by 3, we divided by their n. 1, 2, 3, you see, we divided them by their n. Yeah. Okay. 3 minutes time. In 3 minutes time, we can leave this recording time. So 11:05 on the dot, we continue. I need you to listen up attention, but I also develop attention because this is too much work. You see that? This is too much work. It's not even for me, guys. Not to say I'm promoting laziness. If you teach straight 2 hours and you still don't finish, it shows that what you're doing is too much, isn't it? And I'm moving like fairly fast on this, but I still don't finish. So let's loosen up. Where's the boyfriend? I don't need to run the chest. Stand the fucking. Then
No, I should just say more to push yourself forward. For that, it was just a silly. Chapter 7 is like Chapter 7 is the translation. So for the flow background, I'm going to translate. I just don't know what's doing. Now I just went down. I'm picturing chapter one. I feel like I don't slide me. I think I'm jumping. Some of the tests I'm waiting. That's what I think. Yeah, that's right. Maths, website. Ah, بس كان you know, I bet you I don't want to choose the same. I'm not sure, but I guess
Guys, hey, Nafala Mexic entered 2011. Last time I touched maths, it was in 2011. And I can proudly say I'm not a maths guy. So, so if you pay attention to our formula, I would like to continue, guys. If we pay close attention to our formula, you see that those lines there, they are for absolute what? Absolute values, yes. So it ignores the negative, and your calculator has that. Okay. So yeah, that's why we're ignoring the negative side. Yeah. Yeah. So that one. I learned something from you guys. So even here, when you're doing this, you ignore the negatives. So everywhere you find that absolute sign on your formula, you must know. On your calculator, ABS, then you start calculating, and all the values within that are going to be, how can I say it, positive. Yeah. And now you're making me think of other issues that I'm facing on how to say, even there they have negatives where I don't agree that to have negative. What were they doing? So, but it's fine. I'll have to go prepare as soon as possible for the next class. You can't take a new guy and put him 2 modules. He's going to confuse himself. Like, but yeah, me, I know that at the end I'll come out victorious. That's all I know. Yeah. So now we are doing exponential smoothing with trend adjustment, whereby the forecast will include a trend, FIT, yeah? Will include a trend. And then we are looking for the exponentially smooth forecast plus your exponentially smooth trend. Yeah? So that's your formula. However, we do have separate formulas that are explaining the two. Like how do you get your FT and how do you get your T? Yeah? Yeah, your TT and your FT. Okay, so then here are your formulas. Okay. So as I stressed before, that your AT minus 1 is your actual value previous 1 month. And then the FT minus 1 also the forecast value 1 month. Same apply with your T. You see this one. This one, it's one of those questions you mustn't put it in your first test. You shouldn't. I think you'd come back with poor results because every line depends. Like the first line of answer, like we have columns. I think 3 of them. If you miss the first line, the second column is incorrect. Third column is incorrect. Second row, first column is incorrect. So you're getting a 0, and it can easily affect 20 marks and stuff like that. And you make a mistake, you get a 0. I don't know. Obviously, teaching it doesn't mean it's not in our syllabus. It's there because that's why it's also recorded. However, it's one of those sounds really peculiar for the graveyard shift. You understand? If it happens that we need a graveyard shift, and then we have to do this because it's very intensive. And you are given your actual demand as 80, and you are given the first smooth forecast and your first smooth trend line and your first forecast that includes a trend. You are given them. Okay, and remember that your forecast including trend line is a sum of FT and TT of the current month. Ne? So now we want to look for the FT of the current month for month 2. So there's no way if I don't give you those first line, it means that there's no way you can find them because you'll be doing from 0. And I'm not sure if you do them from 0, you can get correct answers. It's something that I have to still test because like there's no previous FT from here. Okay, so let's go straight to business. And it must sit like this. I will do 2 lines with you guys, and you'll see how intensive this thing is. And our beta or beta or beta, ne? And then this other one alpha, ne? Okay. So I don't know why I erased it yesterday. I prepared till late and end up now seeing what I'm doing. 0.2, and then the beta is 0.4. Even in the example, it's there. So now we're going straight to the formula. We're not going to write it. Going straight to the formula. I start from the corner there. My alpha is 0.2 again. 0.2, open bracket. What's my AT previous? This is my AT. AT minus, what's my AT previous? That's my 12. No? That's my 12. 12. Again, close bracket. Take it out for argument's sake. Take it out. Then plus, open bracket, 1 minus what? Open bracket. What is my FT? Minus 1. Say it. The previous forecast. here, which is this one. Okay, 11. Are we following, guys? Agree. For instance, your 80 minus was this one for the previous month, okay, which is 12. Then my FT minus 1, my previous, we are given this data here at the top, which is 11. It's my FT previous. So you say 11 minus, oh, it's plus, in fact, plus my trend line previous, which is this one for month 1. Okay, we say minus 1, so which is the 2. Equals to, what's our answer? 12.8. Okay, and then move on the side. Look at the formula. You see, for the trend line, you rely on FT of that current month. You see that? So the answer that you got there, you need it on your next column. You understand? So you can see already, if that is wrong, Maki is wrong in going forward. This is where a person, they go to their rooms and do calculations, then they realize, hey, I blundered. Then they come cry. Don't do that. Please, guys, yo, Kalokopa, don't do that. That thing is traumatizing when you cry for marks. Let's book a SSC or SCS. I don't want to do that. I'll have to book myself. 0.18. Can you repeat? At 1. Where is 80 plus 1 here? Wait, where exactly? Plus. No, not plus 1. The TT for previous. Are you referring here? Come. I don't understand. Come, Ren. I'm still lost. I want to understand you. Yes, minus 1. No, remember this minus is not representing the value per se. It just say the previous one.
Oh.
Yes, it means for previous one. So we're taking the 12. We use the 12 here. So this value, Kiona 80 minus 1.
Oh.
Yeah, the 12. Yes.
It's just the meaning to use the
previous one. Yes, that's the meaning. Yes.
Get it.
Yeah. Okay. What's our beta? Open bracket. What is our FT? Guys, FT. What is our FT? Look at the formula. What is our FT? The 12.8. That's our FT. 12.8 minus the previous one. You see that? Minus FT minus 1, meaning the previous month, which is 11. Plus 1 minus 0.4. And then it takes the previous trend, the previous trend, smooth trend, which is 2. That one. What's our value? It's around about 1 point something. 12.8 minus 1.92. Yes. 1.92. Okay. Then we repeat the same. We obviously sum them up. Okay. I'm not going to sum them up. You must sum them up because we are looking for that. We must sum them up. But this, they don't really say anything at this moment. What we want is the accuracy of doing this. Then now you do it again. 0.2. What's our 80? 17. 17 plus 1 minus 0.2, close bracket, open bracket, our FT minus, which is 12.8, plus 1.92. So let's not sum it up for now. Let's not compute it. And then 0.4. This one, okay. It wants the answer here. Let's sum it up. Sorry, it requires the same answer. What's the answer? 15.18. Right. 15.18 minus the previous one, which is minus 12.8. Close bracket plus 1 minus 0.4. What is your previous trend, smooth trend? It's 1. You see there? So one mistake, everything is gone. Everything is gone. I think also maybe I need to bring what you call tolerance. Yeah, there's a need of a tolerance of a 0.5 or whatever, so that I can mark what we have done, not what, because you'll skip it. Like what's that? You doing, as example, giving me 3 decimal numbers can change such things. You understand? And altogether now stuff is wrong. So I need to have a tolerance if I am to do this. But yeah, this is a hardcore level. Tolerance will be there. I think it must be there because this is deep. And also I will be specific about the number of decimals. I think some of the stuff maybe Lena need to write them down. Of number of what? Decimals, ne? In case, just in case, but yeah, I don't want to kill my students. Right. Now, I'm going to post the slides, by the way. And that is just for one part, isn't it? If not mistaken. Oh no, it's for everything. Yeah. So you just need to finish them up. Let's go to the slides. Okay. Then fitting a trend line now. We want to do fitting a trend line to historical data points to project into medium to long range. Linear trends can be found using the least square technique. And then where y is a computed value or variable to be predicted, and a is a y-axis, b is the slope of regression, and x is an independent value. X ongasolveki. This explanation, I want to skip it. You can just look at it on your own. Then there's our formulas, and then here's our example. I enjoyed doing this also. So we have our x values. So with x values here, on this one, we don't look for n. We have to do the x values. How much are they? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7. How much is that? 20. 28. Divide by 7. So now you see this x bar here. X bar stands for average of these values here. Average of these values, which is 4, okay? So you divide it by, so we said 28 divided by 7, then we're getting a 4. So x bar is that, x average. So this one is sum of x. Then now demand, which is y. Sum of y, how much? Why I'm getting 692? What are you getting? I'm not happy with my answer. I'll have to refer it. I'm not happy with my answer. Aye, man. 169. Oh, 1692. Okay. I was not sure about that. It means I've forgotten about it. 692 divided by 7, which is 98.85. Yeah? 86, you're correct. Then x squared. Yeah? Square root of x. We have no square of x values. We have 1 here, we have 4, we have 9, 16, 25, 30 what? 6. And then 49. Okay, then you multiply the 2. We have 74. The 2 here, xy. Then 79 times 2, 158. Yeah? Miner, please do the next one. 240. This one, 360. Yeah? This one, 5. Okay, 525. Here, 852. The last one, 854. And obviously, you must do the sum of these two. Yeah, I need the sums also. The sum here, because our fellow brothers and sisters are tired, let's rather carry. The sum is going to be 140 this side, and that side here. 3063. Okay, and our formulas now, must use your formulas to get the b, né? So which is going to be the sum of xy, 3063 minus n, which is 7, multiplied by x average of x, which is 4, multiplied by y bar. Yes, 3064. Okay, I have no problem with that. Oh, so it's just as 3, ne? Thank you. Okay, multiply by y bar, ne? Which is 98.86 over sum of x squared 140 minus 7 multiplied by average of no 140 square, yeah, 140 square, like this. And what's our answer? And I have the answer, ladies and gentlemen. What's the answer, ladies? Ladies were complaining that there's a gentleman who always answers. So, ladies, I want answer, please. Minus 7 times 4 times 98.86, 140 minus 7 multiplied by 140. That this one, I believe, you must just put in brackets to save myself some trouble. Negative 2,15 times 10 to the power negative 3. Hi, boy, I don't remember seeing this value in my life. Yeah, it's supposed to be 10.4. Where did I go wrong? Oh, X bar. I took 140. I took 140 here. It's X bar. My formulas are supposed to be next to me. Hey, I'm using a computer. Why should I be lazy like this? X bar. So just fix that and then give me the right one. Yeah, that's the correct one. 10.53. Okay. By yourself, you're going to look for A. Straightforward, again, which is the value of B multiplied by the X bar minus the Y bar. Ne? That is straightforward. And then after that, you get your formula. You just write it as a formula. But let's just get it 8.86 minus 10.53 multiplied by 4. What's your value? It's 1 something. Are you sure? Yeah, you're right. 56.74. Then our formula now it's 8.86 minus 5674x. Then our formula will look like this. The next one now, on the next one, you are using this formula. Yeah? This for me personally, it's straightforward and it's done quality control. So I want to skip it for that because I feel like it's supposed to be done under quality control, whereby you're doing average of the three of them, 80 plus 85, 105, divide by 3, you get your values. Then you go down and then you get the sum. Then that sum, you divide it by 12, you're gonna get it as a average monthly. Then from there, you use it on the average monthly is which is 94, 94, 94. You write that till down. Then you use this, divide by that divide by that. Then you're gonna get the information that needs to come here. This, for me, it's used on control charts, X bar charts. So I'm not gonna cover it. I'm hoping it's going to be covered in the near future. I'm not taking it out. I'm not taking it in. It's going out. Then another one that is interesting is this one. The rest of the slides you're gonna read by your own, but the next calculations are these ones. So we might as well go to calculations. I want one of you guys to teach me how to plot this line after you find your trend line, how to plot it correctly when you have time. Because right now, I'm stressed about the next class because these calculations are high intensive. The next thing I must drop whatever methodologies I was doing here and move to the ops calculations. I never thought, Jorge, I will have a mind block. I don't know how you guys are coping. I did it later. I did 26 modules under my national diploma. Some exams were written in the same day. Yeah, we do it. We do it at the end of the day. I don't know how, because right now I'm not coping very well because of that. So because I'm learning two things. So X, Mred, tell me, Lisa Ster, X, this one, the square, 1 squared, keep going, it's 1. This one, 16. Okay. Then let's multiply the 2. X, that, keep going, 2 again. Here, 9. Here, 2.5 multiplied by 4, yeah. Keep going. 10. Here, 4. Okay, here, y squared, which is going to focus on that one, 2, which is 4, 9. This one, 6.25, 4, 4, 12.25, okay. And you already have values that can be used here for our because we have the total of x, y. You are using it here, and then you can do the sum of x here. You can do the sum of x. You can do the x bar. Okay. Then what else? Sum of x squared, Leona, you can do it. Sum of x squared. Mona, you can do the sum of y. You can do y bar also. And then obviously here you're gonna need the sum of y squared, sum of xy. Then immediately all this data can work. You can look for I'm just forgetting what is the standard deviation error or something like that. I'm just forgetting the name. So you will be able to compute this. Should you finish up this table, you will be able to get the correct answers. And then I might have forgotten the last formula, which is the formula of R. Let's look for it here. All right, and then there's your R there. I'm copying it. So it didn't copy. It wants me to copy manually. Yeah. So this is your R. Some of the information it didn't take. It left a lot of information. No, this is incorrect. Okay, then you use this formula. And you will be able to find everything that you're looking for. You will look for the B, you will look for the A, you will look for S, Y, X, and finally you look for R. Who wants us to look for them now? Democratic class. So yeah, you're gonna look for them. Obviously, on the recording, the screen will be much clearer. I hope we are still live. Yeah, I think we are still live. So we are still remaining with the chapter. Next week, because of I can see I'm overdoing when I teach, I over dish for you. So I'll try to only focus on the difficult questions, and then the rest you do them for your practicing. Yeah? And then obviously you have to consult whenever you're unsure. Then others are self-study. The ones that especially I said I gave them connotation, graveyard and whatever, easy and stuff like that, they will be part of our self-study. But what I skip on Monday, for me, I prefer we just simply say I didn't teach it. Yeah, yeah, what I skip. But the other ones I'll do them as part of the graveyard shift. Then otherwise, we'll have to also come up with a date for our test. Yeah? I'm hoping that next week I am finishing because we're gonna do the exercises on Monday. I'm targeting at least an hour, and then on the next hour I do the other chapter, which is the last chapter before the test. Then on Thursday we finalize it, and then we choose the date. We choose the date. You have to speak about a date. Yeah, and also after the test, we'll be preparing ourselves for the practicals, and also the assignment also will be out. Assignment is already in the oven, so yeah. Sure. Uh, on that week of the research, guys, this is what is happening. I don't know why the management is not acting on it. Ne? Apparently, there might not be a research. Ne? Well, not the management, guys. I wanna know. Me and you, I get happy when I don't come to work. Nalo and now we're in the same team. They are saying they, not me. Nalo is Kalampala. It's something. It's a thought because of we delayed car 1 week. You understand? It's a thought. So if they implement it, it's not me. If they say we are not going to Good Friday, then on that week we are writing. But if we are going to Paseka, then we have to postpone to when we come. I won't do before we close. That one I can tell you, yeah. But if we don't close, on that week we're supposed to close. Sure. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you next week. Let me go practice.